I'm here with Jack. We've just seen Arsenal win away at Leicester, keep their title challenge on point. I've got to say, the game wasn't the most, how can I put it, illuminating, but we got the win. That's the important thing, right?
Yeah, look, we got the win. Sometimes when the chips are down, you've got a situation like Arsenal have with the injuries. You've just got to do something a little bit different. You've just got to find a way. And usually finding a way is fumbling one in the back of the net, not putting your centre mid up front, but we found a way. Yeah. All you can do in these situations is just find the way to win.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's start at the top of the game in terms of how we started. I would say we were pretty disjointed, not fluent. Some might say a little bit nervous even. What would you say? How would you explain that first half?
I tried to give them benefit of the doubt and think, it's a 12:30 kickoff. They've not played in over a week. Maybe it's just going to take a little bit of time. They're a little bit rusty, but they just didn't wake up. And Leicester were growing and growing. I thought it's just going to be one of those games where Arsenal don't click. We just peter out, and it's just another one of them typical Arsenal games where it just doesn't happen for us. But luckily, we woke up.
Yeah, we did. And it was noticeable at the start of the second half. I see the guys coming out early. And that suggests to me that Mikel Arteta probably got into him at half-time and said, look, man, it's not good enough. You need to turn up in the second half. They went out there with a renewed purpose. Still wasn't brilliant, but we were a lot better. I thought Odegaard in particular was a lot better in the second half. Nwaneri I thought was good throughout, but there was a few guys in the first half didn't quite hit their straps, but in the second half it got better and better. And of course, the manager made the substitutions and we managed to get the 2 goals and win.
Yeah, I think our biggest criticism of Arsenal that half was it's just so slow. Like every time we counter and we have a little bit of momentum and a chance to pin Leicester in and put our foot on their throats, we just reset and we slow it right down. It's almost like NFL. Like I was watching a Super Bowl the other day. When we win the ball back, it's Odegaard drops deep to be the quarterback. We'll give it to him, wait for everyone to set in positions and then play from there. Sometimes when you're playing Leicester, a little bit of chaos, a little bit of tempo is all you need to break them down because they will make mistakes.
Yep, absolutely. And I've got to ask you about Raheem Sterling. A lot was said about him before the game, saying, look, he's going to get an opportunity now to show the team finally what he's worth. I've got to say, it did not happen for him today. He was poor. He got dragged off. What was your thoughts on Raheem Sterling and what do you think is his future at the club?
Do you know what? I've tried to be so positive about Sterling. I think his attitude's actually quite good from everything I've heard of him off the pitch. He's got quality. We've seen it in the past. He's got quality, but it's just the basics. Like, I'm not asking him to go out there, score 2 goals, be man of the match, be amazing. But I'm asking you, when you get the ball on the touchline, can you please not dribble straight off the pitch? Or when you get one-on-one with a fullback who doesn't have a photo on the Premier League website, can you please take it past him and get your cross in? Like, just the very basics, and he can't do it. And we saw it at Chelsea. He was meant to come in, be the guy, and he has the young lads like Palmer who will learn from him and grow. Palmer quickly just snatched it off him. He's come to Arsenal, same thing. Can you please be the mentor for your Nwaneris and your younger players? And again, same situation. You've now got these younger lads consoling him as he comes off the pitch. It's just not worked.
Definitely not worked. Do you think it's a case that his just confidence gone and it's something that he may recover with more football, even though he dropped a stinker today? Or, as some people are suggesting, that he's just finished, the legs are gone? Which is it?
I think he's finished personally. I think confidence definitely plays a massive part, but you look at players like Theo Walcott, Michael Owen, they break through at 17, 18. They play so many minutes, especially in forward positions, that their bodies just burn out. Look at Theo Walcott. We sold him to Everton when he was probably 27 years old. He was finished. He didn't have the pace. He just couldn't do it anymore. And he's been a great player. So Sterling at now 30, I just think his body's been run into the ground. And that's no slight on him. But when you're playing at Anfield, week in, week out at 17, the Centurion City, that intensity, when you hit this age, sometimes your body's just done.
You could well be right. And it's quite sad to see, to be honest. But anyway, we don't want to dwell on that. In fact, let's talk about one of the positives today, Nwaneri at the opposite age of that spectrum in terms of age. 17 years old, amazing. I thought today he was the one guy right throughout. Obviously Marino coming on did his thing. But right throughout the game, I thought Nwaneri was brilliant.
Yeah, look, hits the woodwork twice, gets an assist, man of the match for me. The only one that takes the game by the scruff of the neck. The only one that demands the ball. And without hesitating and should I pass, should I shoot, it's drive at your man, get to the byline, shoot. He knows what he wants to do. he takes the game by the scruff of the neck and he does what you want him to do. He's the only one that's not hesitant in our team right now, which is such a basic thing to say, but it's proven.
Yeah, I mean, he's totally unfettered, man. For me, I love the way he plays. I think he's the most exciting player in the club right now. One of the most exciting talents in the Premier League, full stop.
Oh,
really
100%.
good. And listen, I'm looking forward to seeing him do more good things like that in the coming weeks. How do you feel in terms of going forward? I mean, we won the game today. We weren't great, but we got the job done. Are you confident moving forward that we can really put in a title challenge for Liverpool this season?
I think the best we can do is try and go punch for punch. Liverpool are 7 points. They're 4. They'll be 7 if they win tomorrow. Let's at least make them work for it. I'm not saying that Arsenal are going to go on some stupid run, win every game with no centre forward, and Liverpool are going to fall off a cliff. But at least make them work for it. Make them win nearly every game. Get over at the end. Don't just give it to them on a plate. At least push them, please. Like, get to Anfield with something to play for. I do not want to see Arsenal given like a standing ovation, a guard of honour for Liverpool at Anfield. That can't happen. And they also can't win it against us, please. Anything other than that.
Yeah. We got to push them right to the end. It's incumbent upon the club to do so. One last question. In terms of personnel for the next game against West Ham next week, would you make any changes to the starting 11?
Sterling has to come out. I'd love to defend him and keep the faith, but we've done it so often. I think Trossard has to go back out wide. I think he was poor down the middle, better out wide, and Marino up front maybe, or do we dip in the free agent market? I don't know what you think about the free agents out there.
I've got to say, the list of names that I've seen and I'm not over enamoured with, from when we did starting 11 show prior to the game today, I would go Nwaneri through the middle. Obviously, Marino scored twice today. A lot of people are going to be saying him, and I wouldn't have a problem with that based on the finishes that he made. Who's that? No, I think that ship sailed.
Yaya Sanogo, Lucas Perez, Carlos Vela, Thierry Henry. I saw you in that charity match last night. I'm not asking for a year. I'm not asking for a season, but can you please give me 4 months? Any of you, please.
No Diego Costa then, no?
Absolutely not, no.
But listen, we'll see how we go next week. If we get the win, who cares who plays up front?
Exactly.
All right, cheers, mate. Cheers.